It's this time of the year. It's Christmas holiday time, and many of our fire participants are looking forward, surely, to the break, but also a bit of trepidation when it comes to receiving the family or going on holiday with a family. And what do you do? Because you know you're on fire. Um, what do you do if you're invited to go to friends, or if they're coming over for Christmas? And what do you prepare over these Christmas holidays when people are coming and going? So hi, I'm Steph Snyman, and it's great to be here today. And I'm glad, Pete, that you are with us, Chef Pete Goffe-Wood. Pete, preparing for the Christmas holidays, planning,
Yeah.
taking control. What do we do?
Well, look, I think, Steph, I think, first of all, I think people go into this, as you say, with a certain amount of trepidation. What are we going to do over Christmas? Are we going to fall off the wagon? I think, I think you need to understand that you've done the hard work already. You know, you've already changed your way of eating. So you'll find that the holidays are easier practically than you think they will be. It
Mhm.
just it just takes planning. Same as you've kind of learned on this journey thus far, that in order to stay on that green list and to stay in power is to do some planning. And I think keep it simple, and the same applies to the Christmas period. You know, there's no need to be daunted. You know, already you wouldn't have been living in a cave and not conversed and met with friends and family up until this point. And you'll find those of you who are near and dear to you will understand the journey they're on, and probably by now will have seen the difference that this new
Mhm.
lifestyle has made for you, and will give you a certain amount of respect and leeway. You know, so I don't think it's an element of, oh my God, I'm going to have to eat all manner of nastiness over these holidays. I think be strong and plan. You know, if you're going to go away for a couple of weeks, plan what it is you're going to eat along the way. Do some shopping in advance. There's nothing wrong with doing a little bit of prep in advance to take you with on holidays, particularly when you're driving. You know, there's some pot course, a couple of loath to say, there's a couple of hard-boiled eggs, but you know, we've got a whole myriad of snacks that can keep you going on the road, that you don't have to stop off for some curbside nastiness. So that's an easy one.
Well, Pete,
The, the
I can tell you, you know, if it comes to there's one way to get me fasting, and that's to talk about potkosh. You remember that blue eggs, they're
those blue
blue,
eggs, no,
and
no,
that
no, no, no,
tomato soaked white bread when we were kids. That was
no, no,
oh.
no. I was just
Anyway,
never
no.
hungry on the trip. No, so again, there's the element of planning, and I think specifically the holiday season. You know, if you can, and you're inviting people over, welcome into your world. You know, you can put on a full festive feast, a
Mhm.
table groaning with food, as one does over this time of year, without straying from the path. You know, and one of the things always, I think, when particularly if you're visiting people and they always say bring something, or what can I bring, the best thing to do is to take a dessert that you know is from the green list, that you know everyone's going to tuck into and devour, and then at least you know you can have your moment of weakness. But the dessert that you're tucking into is something that's come from our recipe file, and you know you'll be okay. I think it's not as bad as everyone thinks. You know, steer clear. Make sure you load up the cupboards with the kind of snacks that you're allowed. You know, instead of having bowls of sweets and rubbish that normally hang around the house at Christmas, make sure you've got bowls of nuts and gerbils and biltong.
Yeah.
Um, look, and I think, look, there's no question that it is difficult, certainly more difficult than any other time of the year. And and the thing to remember is there may be a day here or there where you do fall off the wagon. It's it's not ideal, but we've always said it's not about the last thing you eat, it's the thing you eat next. So if you have one bad day, just make sure that you know you have fasting as a weapon in your armory, that you can always relate to a quick 48-hour fast to rid yourself of any nastiness you put in your system. But I think you know we want to get rid of the thought that if I slip and I fall off the wagon over the Christmas period, I'll just catch it up in the new year. Don't be of that mindset, because you will do more damage than good, because you're going to end up, it will take you 2 months to repair what a week's damage did. So you
Mhm.
don't want to go. There may be one occasion, so next day back on the straight and narrow, attack the green list with a vengeance, and say the odd fast thrown in there is not going to do any harm either. But I think the watchword for this time of year is just planning, and get people to understand that this is the lifestyle you've chosen, and if they're near and dear to you, they should understand that by now. I think that for me is the answer.
So Pete, thanks. Planning the Christmas, planning your snacks, and there's some amazing snacks in the recipe book, so that's fantastic. What's on your Christmas table?
Well, I'm usually turkey. At least doesn't let me not cook turkey. But it depends on where we are. This year, I think we'll be at home with family, so I'm likely to do a turkey on the bride. That's always one of my favorite things to do. And we'll have the usual accompaniments. Chipolatas with bacon, lots of Brussels sprouts. There's all manner of things that will deck our table. Nice smoked fish. Plenty of things to do that won't have us dipping into the red list. You really can put on quite a spread without having to include any of the enemy. I think again, it's just about planning. You've managed to put together this meal plan thus far, and the holidays only pose the challenge that you've got to make more of it. But you know yourself and your family, if you have guests over and you cook the kind of
Pete, we lost you a little bit. We are perhaps...
No one is going to plan. It's always the watchword. It's seen you through. Okay.
Yeah, we've just lost you there for about half a minute. So
basically what I was saying was if you're inviting people over, obviously the challenge there is you're going to have to make more food than you've done before in terms of feeding lots of people. But if you stick to the recipes you have and you just multiply them up, you will have a massive spread. And like yourselves who've done the journey and are loving the recipes and really enjoying the food, so your family and friends will do the same. They'll be amazed. And who knows, you may have a few converts over the Christmas period who think, oh, I could sustain myself on this kind of food. Yeah. So I think the world is your oyster. I think, don't think about how many times you're going to have to fall off the wagon. Rather think about how many converts you can make over the Christmas period by them having a taste of your new lifestyle.
Thanks so much, Pete. Thanks for everything you've done for the Fire family over the past 3 years. And I hope that you and Lise will have a wonderful Christmas. It's the first time that you're not working for a long time. So hopefully you will really rest, and next year is a great year.
I think so. I think we're going to head up the coast for 3 weeks, a little bit of a road trip, where I'm planning to do lots and lots of cooking. And yes, I'm going to leave Fire WT's converts in my wake, because that's the food we'll be having on the fire on the table as we go. So I'm quite looking forward to it, because for me, holiday means more cooking. It's not a gap for cooking. It's just getting to do cooking that I like doing on my own terms, just in strange places. So I'm looking forward to that. So to all of you, a festive season. And a fantastic fire-inspired new year, and we'll see you when we see you.
Yeah, thank you so much. See you, Pete. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Yes.
Bye.